What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel for a new video, in which we will be discussing Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian, the child's origins, and who may have saved him during the events referenced by Ahsoka Tano in the latest installment of the show. Okay, so in this episode, Ahsoka reveals to Din that Grogu was rescued by someone during Order 66, and then stashed away to protect him from the Empire. But the question is, who was that person? And why didn't Darth Vader kill the child, along with the other younglings at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant? Thanks to Ahsoka, we now know that the child was trained by many, yes that's right, more than one Jedi Master in his time at the temple, but she does not specify who rescued him, or if his savior was a Jedi or a non-Force wielder. But if we assume that Grogu was at the temple during the Purge, it's reasonable to narrow the list of candidates down not only to those who had access to the temple, but also only to those members who we know survived Order 66, and that is a relatively short list. And considering Kanan and Ezra's relationship with Ahsoka, we can also safely eliminate them from the list as well. So who does this leave? There were very few survivors at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, but there is one potential candidate who could fit the mold perfectly, and that is Mace Windu. Now, the biggest obstacle this theory faces, of course, is the fact that Mace Windu was presumed to be dead after losing his hand to Anakin and being thrown from Palpatine's office window. But it's interesting to point out that Mace's body was never recovered, at least not in any canon writing that I'm aware of, and it is not a very big stretch to say that the Jedi Master very well could have survived his fall, as we have seen many Jedi, including Mace Windu himself, survive falling great distances before. And sure, an easy argument could be made that the shock of Anakin's turn, coupled with the damage of Palpatine's Force lightning, did not allow Mace to regain control as he descended toward the streets of Coruscant. But it is also not hard to see the other side, in which he did indeed survive. So what if Mace Windu survived his fall, circled back to the Jedi Temple to rescue Grogu, and then hid him far away before heading off on his own path, which was far too dangerous for a child to accompany him on? This would not only explain how the child successfully made it out of the Jedi Temple, but it would also set us up for the potential return of Mace Windu in another spin-off series, which would probably either follow Maul as he scrambles to survive and gain power in the ensuing chaos of Order 66, or Darth Vader and his Inquisitors as they hunted down the surviving Jedi Knights scattered throughout the galaxy. And that one would eventually lead to an epic showdown between Darth Vader and the Jedi Master whom he may have hated above all the rest in Mace Windu. Remember, it was Mace Windu who verbally denied Anakin the rank of Master, and he was also the one who rejected Skywalker's assistance when going to arrest Chancellor Palpatine, even after Anakin was the one who reported the Chancellor to the Jedi Council. Anakin resented Master Windu, and Darth Vader hated him with a burning passion. So to see these two run into each other once more, and to witness Vader getting his revenge would really be something. But it could also come to be that Mace's death is simply explained in a flashback in The Mandalorian, or that he actually survived to this time period, and maybe we witness his death in the show, perhaps at the hands of Boba Fett, the son of the man who Mace Windu killed at the Battle of Geonosis. Wouldn't that be something? But regardless of when, where, and how Mace Windu died, the possibility of him being the one who saved Grogu from the Jedi Temple stands, and will continue to do so until we learn the identity of his rescuer, who turns out not to be Mace Windu, or we gain confirmation that the Jedi Master did in fact die from his fall in Revenge of the Sith. It is possible, as I mentioned earlier, that someone else at the temple, like the librarian whom Obi-Wan speaks to in Attack of the Clones, was the one responsible for the child's survival, or maybe it was someone who we never saw in the movies at all. At the end of the day, only time will tell, so we'll just have to wait and see. For all we know, he could have been saved before Order 66 actually took place, because I don't believe it was specified by Ahsoka that he was rescued from the temple during the Purge, just that he was trained there and managed to survive Order 66 in some capacity. Now, as far as Mace Windu goes, I don't really have a preference as to whether he survived or not. I'm honestly okay with him being dead just because I don't know that he's a character worth bringing back in this franchise that has already brought back others like Maul and Boba Fett, you know? I kind of feel like that sort of thing needs to be reserved for especially unique circumstances, but I also think it would be really cool to see Samuel L. Jackson return on screen as Mace Windu. So like I said, I'm cool with whatever when it comes to this character's fate, but let me know what you guys think about this theory in the comments section below. Let me know if it's something you would like to see and what you think the likelihood of it happening may be. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like to support the channel, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and may the Force be with you always.